What's up, bud? It's Rob. This is Apparel Success. If you don't know who I am, I run a Canadian clothing brand called K-Bud that's doing about $500,000 per year in sales. So I help clothing brands like yours get really good results. And did you know, I read in a study recently, that 75% of people will judge the credibility of your clothing brand based on your website quality alone. And literally for the past 3 full days, all that I've been working on is redesigning all of the product mockups for my clothing brand's website. I have some resources that I want to share with you here for how you can make amazing product mockups for your own clothing brand's website. This stuff is so unbelievably important, and most clothing brand owners overlook it. They don't treat it as importantly as they need to. And so I really hope that this helps. Apparel Success is sponsored by my buds over at Design Crowd. If designs are something that you struggle with, I really recommend that you try them out. These are no lie, some of the best selling designs on my website, and I got them all made through Design Crowd. If you're interested, head over to designcrowd.com/apparel to learn about the special offer that I have for you, or just use the discount code apparel when you post a project on Design Crowd. All right, so I've done hundreds of brand reviews at this point, and you wouldn't believe how many clothing brands are shooting themselves in the foot because their product mockups on their website are just dust. Okay, they don't look good. There's something wrong with them. They look corny, they look photoshopped, they don't look professional. They just give you this feeling of just amateur hour, okay? And I'm not trying to hurt any feelings here, but this is the majority of clothing brands that I deal with. And the reason for this is because it's actually pretty difficult to create nice looking product mockups for a website. A huge mistake that most clothing brand owners make when they first get started is they try and go the hardest route with this from the very beginning. They try and go the route for their product images on their website where they actually take the physical products that they've made and they try and take the pictures of it professionally, and then they go into Photoshop and they try and cut out the edges and put all that up on their website. And for somebody who's never done this before, for somebody who doesn't really know what they're doing, the outcome of this is usually pretty lousy on your website. What usually ends up happening is there's some rough areas on the edges that you can just clearly see, or the lighting was off and there's certain areas of the product that are more lit than others, and it just makes it look kind of weird on the website with the white background. And so this is the type of thing that you want to get away from, and you really want your product images to look perfect and properly presented on your website. Now, I'm about to share a resource for you with this that's an absolute game changer for creating product mockups. And this is going to be frustrating for me to share with you because this company actually reached out to me about sponsoring Apparel Success maybe 6 months or a year ago, and I actually turned them down because I don't want to fill these videos with sponsors just taking up all this time. And since I already have Design Crowd as my main sponsor, I didn't want to take them on. But, I was looking at making product images for my own website and making good looking mock-ups, and so I decided to use them. And the company's called Yellow Images. And what Yellow Images offers, if you go to their website, is they've got, if you type in like hoodies or t-shirts, they've got all these different styles of t-shirts and hoodies and tank tops, front and back, taken in different ways based on whatever you want as the brand owner. And you can purchase these for like $14.99 for a t-shirt, and it's yours. And when you download it, you actually get the Photoshop file so that you can change all the colors around. You can remove the tag, add tags. It keeps all the textures there, and it just looks absolutely amazing. I'm not being paid to share this with you, even though I could be. I'm sharing this with you because I really believe that this is an amazing resource for those of you who are trying to take pictures of your clothing and, it's just not coming out right on your website. You really need to look at your website and look at your own clothing brand honestly here and ask yourself if your mock-ups look good. Because if they don't, then I really suggest using them as a resource, using Yellow Images to create the product images on your website, because they've turned out really well for my own clothing brand. And I think that it just makes your brand look so much more professional. Now, why I wanted to share this with you today is because there's a clothing brand here in Canada that popped up on my feed. And I don't want to name drop or, sort of destroy any brand's reputation here, so I'm not going to name them. But the way that they came up on my feed, the way that their products looked on the white background, going to their website to check it out, it just immediately was like, this does not look good. And I immediately remembered all of the other brand reviews that I've done where this was an issue. The products on their website just not being staged in a way that's really presentable, where you really feel comfortable buying it, where it looks professional, because that does really build credibility. It makes you trust them. It makes you feel like this brand knows what they're doing. They've got their together, right? So that's why I wanted to do it. And then also, the past 3 or 4 days, this is all that I've been working on for my own clothing brand, is redoing all the product mock-ups. I got new products coming out for my own brand, and I was just spending hours making sure that all of these look absolutely perfect on my website. It's everything, right? Like that's the point. When people are really considering buying your products, they're looking at it and they're analyzing it on your website, and they're going, okay, do I really want this? Do I really want to check out? And all those little details, that's contributing to the perception that they're getting and the decision that they're making at that exact stage, right in that final stage, right before they check out. So, it's super crucial. And I really think that this is an area I just wanted to bring to your attention. It might be an area that you really need to go back to the drawing board for and just redo everything on your website. And, obviously, in addition to this, the whole structure of your website, the way that your website looks from the menu to the home page, to the footer, to every page on your website, all this stuff really matters. And getting in front of you here just as a reminder and sharing that resource with you, I really hope that it helps you get better results. And just as a final note, this small lesson of details on your website can be stretched to a much broader lesson that you should be applying the whole time while growing your brand, which is, if you're running a giveaway contest on Instagram, make sure you really design it well so that it looks professional, it looks legit. All it takes is these little mistakes, these little things that you do that make your brand just look amateur. It takes away from the credibility when you're not really taking your time with things and you're just sort of leisurely putting out content. It really drops the value of your brand. And so taking the time to really make sure that that stuff looks as best as you possibly can make it look as yourself running your brand, that's where you want to start. Okay, and then you just want to constantly get better and better at this. So I really hope that that helps fire you up to get working on that. If you got a lot of value out of this video, please hit the like button for me. It really helps me get these videos out there. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. And if you haven't already, check out my free clothing brand marketing masterclass. All you have to do to get access is go to apparelsuccess.com/masterclass. You can watch the whole thing for free. And if you've made it to this point in the video, I want to tell you about the closed Facebook group that we have for Apparel Success. There's a link in the description. Follow that link, join us in the group, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.